I just have something to explain to you. Not really, but if you're wondering why I have this accent thingy, it's because I just spent a week in Alabama, and I kind of caught on to their accent. Now I can't go back to my normal accent, so just bear with me. So I would like to tell you the story of my trip in Alabama. So, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna share one moment in there, but we went to this place called the Slums, and we had to live what it was like to live in a poor country. So we went to this place called the Slums, and the houses were made out of garbage. So there were just metal garbage. The people there weren't very kind. They were kind of grumpy, sort of. So we had to work to get money, and we had to have money to buy shelter, food, and water. So once we got our house, we had a nice little house. It wasn't a good house, but it was the best house they had there. It had the metal walls, of course, metal roof. There was no door. There were mats on the floor, dirty mats with dirt all over them and stuff. There were bugs. It was awful. But that was the best house there was there. So, that night, we were just chit-chatting in our little shelter room and area thing, and we heard somebody scream. Before the scream, we heard something like a gunshot. It was really a machete banging against our house. If you don't know what a machete is, it's like a giant sword, knife-looking thingy that people use to chop down trees and stuff. So we heard it bang against our house, and we froze for a second. Then we heard a giant, "Shut up!" So we froze. But then a girl in our group, she thought it was somebody from our group, like one of the guys, because he was doing a Bama accent. And so she talked back and she said, "No, you shut up." And that was one of the biggest mistakes she could have made. Then we heard him scream, "Get out of my house!" And we froze because we didn't know if he was serious or not. It was really one of the guys that worked there, so he was an actor or whatever. So we froze. Then he screamed again, and we freaked out. We just grabbed our stuff and went out, and he was scary, I could tell you that. He was muscular man, and so we got out, we started walking away, and so it was really scary. As we were walking away, I'm just guys, let's just go back to our bunk bed house, where we've been meeting at. So, as we're walking out, a nice, kind actress lady, she came over and she took us to another house. Of course, it was made out of garbage again, metal walls, metal roof, and whatever. But it was way worse than the house that we were already in. It still had no door, but this time it didn't have mats on the floor. It had plain mud, so we had to sleep on the mud. Now, I'm just going to tell you this now. Even if you don't live in America, if you have any electronic, then that means that you're luckier than other countries, a lot luckier. So if you're watching this, you are a very lucky person. Living in America, we are free, and people are judging me. We are free, and we have the rights to do almost anything. There were people watching me. There are places out there where they only get a little food and they go to bed starving, absolutely starving. And there are places where they don't get any food at all. And whenever I was doing that experience, we had to plan out work. Ever since you wake up, you have to work just to get money. and you don't know if you're gonna have enough money to get a house or not. So you just have to plan out work, work, and work. That's how you get your food, water, shelter. But here in America, or Canada, or wherever you live, you are lucky. You get to go to bed full fed. You get to eat whenever you want. Even if you don't get to eat whatever you want, you're still lucky that you get food. There are places that get no food and they have to work to get food. They have to find food themselves. They have to plan out work all day and night just to get shelter and food and water. I just want you to know right now that you are lucky. You are a very lucky person to live in a free country where there is no poverty. Well, there's poverty, but living in poverty is a very hard life to live. And I would just like you to know that you are free and you need to respect that about yourself, because just know that you are very lucky and you get as much food and water as you need, while there are people out there starving just trying to get some food. So I would just like you to know that you are a very lucky person. And also, by the way, I got a unicorn at a gas station. People broke it in the car, but I gave it a cast, so that's my unicorn, just so you know. It's very important. See, it makes noises. Oh yeah, very cool. Yeah. So, just remember that you are a free human. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe.